Hello, this is Derek from Felician Recording Studios. I hope you're doing well. Today I'll be debunking the 4 common myths about mixing. But before I continue, for those of you that are new to this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel for more audio and music related content. Alright, so that leads us into myth number 1, mixing is difficult. So mixing isn't as difficult as many people believe. It's only because there's just so many processes that is involved in mixing, knowing how to use the plugins, the effects, and the fancy terminology. Those are all just additional things to make your mix sound great. But in reality, mixing is just one big volume adjustment. So you're just dialing up the volume or dialing down the volume. So if the bass is too loud, you should probably bring that down. If the vocals is too quiet, you just bring that up. And that's essentially what mixing is. And by doing that process, that takes care about 70 to 80% of the mixing process. And anything you do on top of it is just essentially polishing the music to make it sound amazing. So please keep that in mind when you mix next time. Focus on gain staging and static mixing. Those two processes help build a foundation to a mix, and anything you add on top of it is just essentially going to sound better. Myth number 2, industry standard plugins. A lot of us believe that at one point we need every industry standard plugin. There is a truth to it that the plugins do add some sort of tone color to any of the tracks that we apply some nice plugins to, but in reality it really doesn't matter essentially, because the most important part is as long as it sounds great and pleasing to the ears. So there's actually 3 reasons why I think that you do not need a premium plugin. So the first one is your audience. Your audience only cares about what sounds great to their ears. They don't care if you used a stock plugin that came with your DAW program versus a $150 plugin. They only focus on what's good, and that's it. And the second thing is, where are you currently at in terms of your music career, in terms of your, level in this case? Does it require you to use these professional plugins, or will your simple stock plugin do the job? And all it comes down to is really your audience. They'll tell you if it sounds great or amazing. So this is the most important part to really keep in mind. And the third most important thing is that your stock plugins does the job already that all these premium plugins do. So you don't essentially need to break the bank just to sound great, essentially, because at the end of the day, it still will do the job. And we get into myth number 3, automated mixing. So this is a very interesting one that I came across running my own analytics. Music is made by humans, and the cool part is no machine can ever interpret music the same way as humans. A machine or technology doesn't know when to apply delay, reverb, or automation for a song. They don't even know what part sounds great, because a machine is only told what the programmer designs it to do. And the cool thing about mixing is that it's a very artistic and very unique process in the music production that no machine can fully replace. And that's a good thing for us mixing engineers out there, is that we can never fully be replaced. Unlike mastering is a little bit different, as that it reads peaks and reads some numbers and adjusts itself to master a song. And that's what mastering is all about. But when it comes to mixing, it's a very different, unique, creative approach in the music production. So we reach our final myth, and that is mixing is the solution to sounding professional. A lot of people believe that mixing can make a iPhone recording sound professional, but in reality, mixing can only affect what is currently captured in a recording. So if it's the worst possible quality, like let's just say, for example, it was recorded in a washroom, a bedroom, a closet, that is the recording quality of your recording, and that's something mixing can only affect a bit of it, but not enough where it sounds substantial to the point where it sounds professional. So when it comes down to getting the professional sound and quality, you want to consider a few factors. The first one is, where are you recording your music, your track? The second thing is, what type of microphone are you using? You might not necessarily be using the right microphone for the current job you're trying to use for recording. The third one is manipulation. So what that means is, how are you placing your microphone? How close? How far is the microphone from you? Gain levels. So gain levels is another important aspect for recording as a whole. So what is the current levels? For example, is it too high, the volume? So meaning, is it clipping? Is it blinking red when you're recording? If that's the case, you most likely have to bring the gain level down. Alright, so that wraps it up for today's video. I hope you learned something from this, especially having a better understanding of what mixing can and can't do. If you like what you saw today, please consider subscribing to this channel for more audio and music related content. You guys have a great day. Bye now.